Right guys, so I've managed to figure out all the answers, so I thought I'd bring them answers to you. Now, I previously stated in that first video that I thought there might be the Cryptic Clue Fest. Now, don't worry, that is not the Cryptic Clue Fest. Simply what else I thought it could have been, and that is to give away the teasers. Now basically each one of these gives you a hint of where the teaser is located. So as you know, the Timbos teaser Freddy regularly likes to post a thread each week for the update and post a few images of the next update. However, this week, since the Cryptic Clue Fest is coming on this week, he's decided to make them all clues. Now I finally managed to work them all out, and I was right with the first two, as I mentioned in that video, and I finally managed to figure out 3, but it took a lot of effort. I mean, clue 3 was not easy at all, but I'm going to go over how this was worked out anyway. And I'm going to mention all these, and I'm going to quickly show you the images and how you found them. So, clue 1, if you've read it, it's got, it's all written in London Cockney rhyming slang. So if you're not familiar with this, it's basically a lot of people in London talk like. It's kind of like the accent, like, I know people in where I live will say many different words that people elsewhere don't say. And the same with many places in the world. And basically this works then, Cockney rhyming slang works by saying words that rhyme with what you actually mean. So going up the apples and pears means getting up the stairs, you know, that sort of thing. So if I read this again, it says Gordon Bennett, I've only gone and jumped the granite mall, which he actually means wildy wall. So I've only gone and jumped the wildy wall, ended up brown bread, so he meant ended up dead, and washed up in deadly frill, Edgeville, as it's meant to mean. No matter, I'll head to the GE instead of Bumblebee to stock up on grub, which is another word for food if you didn't realise, and a few holy notions, as in, oh god, there goes my phone, as in potions. Killing the mare, which I presume is Slayer, but the way I say mare, it's not like that. Killing the Slayer is my favourite skill. Mighty feasts assigned to me this time, good grief. So I assume that means Slayer because of the mentions of assignments, which kind of hints that it is a Slayer task. And then mighty feasts obviously rhymes with dark beasts, which is the answer as it's underlined clearly right there. Now, you might be thinking, what do we do with dark beasts? Did I make a word with the other two? Well, they don't. Dark beasts, if you go to find the teaser image, what you do is you go on the RuneScape wiki, the official RuneScape wiki, and on here you search dark beasts. So if I type in dark beast, I'll find the dark beast page. I hate this official wiki, I really do. It's just not very good. Anyway, you get on here, and as you can see, it's just a regular page, but there's a little message here called, this is not a teaser, just slightly kind of added there, and look what it loads. It loads a nice teaser image, which looks pretty cool. Now, I can't really tell what we mean from this. It's all smoky. I don't know if that's because the image is bad quality or it's meant to be like this, but there's some like weird writing going around. Could this be like a homing missile aiming for your player? You're standing there, and you get this view of a camera coming towards you, like of a missile, and you've got to avoid it type of thing, maybe. If you know what I mean. Possibly something like that. Who knows what it is, but there's a weird ghost there. But that's all we can see from that image. I know RuneShock will be showing you them images and more later, I assume, if they find these themselves. Anyway, clue 2. Now, as I mentioned, this is 2 images, and you've got to find which image is in the first image and not in the second. So if you look closely, you can clearly see this blue cape up here, which is the blue Soul Wars cape, is not in this image, and it's replaced by this blue cape here. But obviously it says what is in the first image that's not in the second, and that is this blue Soul Wars cape. So if you go back onto the RuneScape wiki and you search Soul Wars cape, took me a while to figure out how to get this, but this one's more well hidden on the page. So if you go on Soul Wars cape, this is the exact page you need, and you'll get this page. Now obviously there's pretty much, this is why it took me ages to find it, because I was like, oh well, there's nothing on this page. But if you look down here, which Jagex, who clearly can see this information all isn't there, but decided to still edit in examine I'm a teaser, but they didn't think, oh, let's add in the actual information while we're here. But clearly not. This is the problem. I mean, Soul Wars cape is a commonly used cape, and look at this, it's empty. Don't know what we can do, but anyway, yeah. I'm a teaser, and look what this loads. This loads a much better image. I'd say it's huge, it's bigger, and you can see your player is actually standing off the platform. So the platform ends here. However, there's some cool like red mist or yellow mist and stuff on the floor, like weird writing and images on it. And you can see you stepping on it, and there's like some weird pedestal there, and there's a pedestal there, and there's also one in the middle here. So maybe that's something to do with it. And the other thing to mention is that there's clearly some grot worms coming down from the Slayer dungeon. So they must have something to do with the fight, and they'll I assume they'll be aiding the Queen Black Dragon in the way that they're in the lair and you can kill them, but I assume they'll just happen to come into the fight arena with you when you're killing the Queen Black Dragon. I think we can clearly confirm that from this image, to be honest. And if we go back to the clues, now this is the tough one, obviously. This is the hardest clue to solve by a mile, and it took me I had a few ideas how this could be, and I finally managed to get it. So at first I was thinking, could it be quest points? And if you put all in the quest points in, so like say quest contact is 2 quest points, Morning's End 3 quest points, you can work them all out, bang them in this formula and you can work it out. And that actually came out as 1 if you put the quest points in. But what could 1 be? Who knows? I mean, going by the other images or all searches on RuneScape Wiki, I tried searching 1 on RuneScape Wiki, nothing came up really that was giving me the teaser. But another thing I thought was release date. Now dates are obviously a weird, huge numbers and it didn't come out as anything. But if you tried it with release order, so basically I found a list on the internet of release order of quests of all the numbers, basically like 1 to 200 odd, however many quests there is, and if you substitute all that in, you'll find the answer. Now, one thing that was really ridiculous is the fact these brackets on this and answer 3 was wrong. Basically, Mod Timbo is an absolute noob at maths and put the brackets in the wrong place, which made this hard to work out because he got some stupid answer. But Mod Matt K, who's actually not even working on RuneScape anymore, came on the forums and fixed that. And this bracket, there was an extra bracket added so that this was on the top of the fraction, because currently before it was just this on top of the fraction, and that gave you a horrible decimal number. It still gives you a decimal, but it's really close to 19, so I assume that's what they mean, and they actually mean 19. So you sub in like all the answers. Now you're probably thinking like, oh, I was using sub in, but I don't know why I'm saying sub in. It's like, if you don't do maths, you might not realise what I mean. But you take all the numbers from the internet and see where it says Temple of Seniston. If you have, that's the 6th quest, you put the number 6 in there. And this one you've got minus answer 2, so you've got to work it out what answer 2 is by rearranging it all. Anyway, that's probably getting too technical if you haven't done maths, possibly. Who knows? Anyway, you work them all out, and then you bang them in this final formula, and you can work out the teaser. And the teaser comes out at 94. It's actually 94.002 or something. And obviously, that just means kind of like 94. And then on the list of quest release dates, or the order of quest release, you find out quest 94 was Encara's Lament, or Enacra's Lament, or something. So, what you do is you type it in here again. Enacra's Lament is the quest. Search, and on this page you will find the last teaser image. I think this is a very fun way to do it, to be fair. I've never actually participated in the Cryptic Clue Fest, but to be honest, I kind of enjoyed doing this one. Whether this obviously isn't the Cryptic Clue Fest, as I said. This is just like, it's kind of a teaser for the Cryptic Clue Fest, in the fact that you're solving clues just to find the teaser images. Anyway, here we go. It says this doesn't look like part of the quest, ... It's a link. You click it and you get this teaser image, which is actually something we've already seen. If you watched the behind the scenes video last week, we already seen this in game. And to be fair, I don't really give a damn about the Diamond Jubilee, and I'm English. But I know a lot of people around the world actually do like the English royal family, but maybe it's more of interest to them. I'm sure there's quite a lot of people interested in it, but I'm not. I know I'm not. But another thing to mention about this is that there's a Queen's Guard standing at the Varrock Centre. If you don't know what the Queen's Guard is, if you go to London, it's them big guards with like the huge hats on and things. That's what the character's aimed to be like. And he's currently standing in Varrock just as a teaser for next week's update. But as you can see, I think the graphics look pretty cool, to be honest. These dogs look really good. And it looks pretty cool how she's like kneeling on the floor. But whether, I assume that's just a cutscene, but we'll see. Cryptic Clue Fest might be a fun thing to do next week. And if you enjoyed trying to figure out these clues today, do give us this video a thumbs up, and definitely give us a thumbs up if you got it right. And I assume next week the Queen Black Dragon will be released with Cryptic Clue Fest. Now, Cryptic Clue Fest would be probably something I'd like to do again. However, I'm going to be no-lifing Queen Black Dragon, you can bet that. But I'll see what I can do with Cryptic Clue Fest. I might decide to do 3 videos on that, as it's a pretty fun activity to do, and we can see what rewards are in game for that. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you found the clues easy enough for you to solve. It took me a while, and I'm doing a maths degree, and that was a maths question at the end. But oh well. Yeah, thanks for watching guys, see you later.